Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. You know, the chicks on sports networks get hotter and hotter. We're watching CBS Sports Network right now. There is a chick who is just an 11.
Those legs.
Look at her legs.
She's got nice gams.
Yeah. And I mean, does she really know about the 3-4 defense? I guess she does. I don't know. I mean, but the thing is, who cares? Who cares if she does? What's your name?
Doug Gottlieb right there. I
don't
know
care about Doug Gottlieb.
He's really good.
Of course you know Doug Gottlieb. Like, I care about him.
He's great.
You don't know the broad?
No.
She's beautiful.
Never
I'd sell myself to the devil for her.
He's affecting her. I mean, she's affecting him.
Boschetti, by the way, weighing in with, she's beautiful. I'd sell myself to the devil for her. Would you? Well, keep dyeing your hair that color, man. I think it's working.
Thank you.
You got a pretty good chance of banging Doug Gottlieb with that. What's her name?
Her name is Allie LaForce.
Allie LaForce. Okay, Allie. That's something to say while I'm in the shower. A name to go with the whatever. A name to go with the moaning. On the phone. Speaking of moaning, the great Casey Stern from L.A. right now. A great series. MLB analyst. He's going to talk a little bit about another good game. 4-2 loss. Dodgers losing to the Cardinals.
Jeez.
Cardinals with a commanding 3-1 lead now in the series. Casey Stern, are you there?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
What's going on, Casey?
You got me, John Ritchie, and the great Sherrod Small. So what's going on, man? I mean, any chance of the Dodgers coming back, or do you think they're done? And in these series, I think anything could happen. But
First of all, I'm not a smoke blower. I've seen Sherrod at the cellar a few times. I'm a big fan of his.
Thank you, Casey.
Very hip,
Casey, you're a good dude, man.
Casey's very hip.
Checks in the mail.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. The last one bounced, so hopefully this one goes through. No,
It was made
Oh,
of
look, an
rubber.
immediate cut down. How
He just
terrible.
went right at me.
Go
Your
ahead.
stats
you know
stink.
I think 3-1 obviously is a daunting task. The Dodgers are in trouble, but the good part is they've got Clayton Kershaw and Zach Greinke, one guy who's won a Cy Young, another one in Kershaw, on his way for his second straight here in the next 2 nights. So, and anything could happen in Game 7. And I covered the Red Sox in 04 when they went down 3-0 and came back, and it was Pedro and Schilling back then that got into a Game 7 with Derek Lowe. So is the series over? No, it's going to be difficult. There's no doubt about it. And for the Cardinals, this was a big win. They got a couple of key hits in this game. One for Matt Holliday, who was 0 for 13 in the series, got a 2-run home run. It was a blast on a hanging curveball to make it 3-0. And then Shane Robinson, who's I just talked to him after the game, all of like 5'7". It's listed 5'9", not even close to that. Had no home runs or hits in his postseason career. Blast a pinch hit home run in the 7th inning. So some big hits from the Cardinals, and they're up 3-1 here in the NLCS.
Wow. Well, listen, man. What do you think is going on in baseball? Do you think it's great pitching or bad hitting? What the hell is going on?
I think it's more towards the great pitching. I mean, what people don't, I think, pay attention to is, it's not that much different from football. I mean, you look at the Ravens' defense when Trent Dilfer was the quarterback, and how did they go win the Super Bowl? When you can pitch and you are that good, and you're throwing, give you an example. Carlos Martinez and Trevor Rosenthal, the guys in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning today for the Cardinals. One's 22, the other one's 23. Martinez consistently throwing 100. Rosenthal dumbed it down to 98 consistently in the 9th inning. I mean, when they're painting the corners with 98, 99, 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, and then these guys got hooks, they're throwing sliders, changeups. I mean, forget it. It doesn't matter who you are, you can't hit that. So I'm not surprised. I mean, the Giants guys won the World Series 2 of the last 3 years, winning games 3-2 in October. I mean, you're not winning 8-7 in October. It's just not the way baseball's played in the postseason.
Real quick, John, I'll go to you. You're in L.A. What do you think L.A. is more excited about? The Dodgers being in the playoffs, or, of course, Modern Family going to the USA Network for, I believe it's 4 episodes a night?
They're waiting. They're waiting for Kardashian to twerk herself out another kid. I mean,
Look at how hip this guy is. I throw Modern Family, he goes right to twerking. Amazing.
You know how it is. You know how it is. I mean, I lived in L.A. for 3 years, and I mean, they lead with the Emmys. I mean, sports are in the background. I mean, L.A. is. You've got some real Dodger fans, it does, but it's got a lot of bandwagon people, too. It's the Laker crowd here at Dodger Stadium.
This is actually a true story. In May of 1996, I was in L.A., and I was living out there doing Mad TV, and I went to a dinner party. And earlier in the night, I saw that Dwight Gooden had a no-hitter through 6 innings.
Right.
And I go to this dinner party. There are 12 people there, not all women, like 6 men, 6 women. All L.A. people, all show business people. Nobody. I asked everybody. Does anyone know if Dwight Gooden pitched a no-hitter? Not only did they not know, I don't think many of them knew what a no-hitter was. But everybody at the table, no one knew about the no-hitter, but everybody at the table knew that the show Ned and Stacy had been picked up for a full 22 hours. So I was like, there you go. It's gonna be it's fun being at it. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Look, to your point, they showed Tom Cruise on the screen during the game.
I know. And Dustin Hoffman was at the game.
Hoffman was at the last game. They showed Tom Cruise. They show celebrities on the board, and they get a huge reaction. We're sitting there in the top of the ninth. They're trying to hold the lead at 2, and there's 2 outs, and you've got a 3-2 count. And I mean, you're thinking about you don't want to have to tell people to stand, but people are kind of looking at each other, not knowing what to do. I don't want to generalize. It's not everybody, but clearly, this is not the scenario of St. Louis. This is not New York. This is
not Boston.
You have the passion of diehard sports.
No, think about the Red Sox. It's like, it's a good thing that the GM for the Dodgers is like, hey, look, it's late in the game. Try to make the people look like, try to make it look like they're into the game. Put Parker Posey on the screen.
Well, to be fair to the fans and the Dodger fans, it was headshot night. Where you come bring your headshot.
You know what? There was actually a lot of cold reading classes that were canceled for them. John.
Hey, Casey, how did Hanley Ramirez look?
You know what, John? Yesterday he looked better than I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
Hit in the box pretty well. Wasn't too much of an issue. We found out they shot him with Novocaine yesterday before the game. And he was feeling good this morning, so they didn't today.
Oh.
It was a big mistake.
Big mistake.
That's a difference.
All that soreness started to catch up to him, so you would see him, forget about just at the plate, in the field between pitches, crouching down, doing exercises to try and kind of stretch it out. At one point, he kind of waved them over and threw in the towel. And look, I know a lot of people want to get on him and say he's not tough. You can tell us better than we could tell you.
No.
Broken rib, you can't breathe, let alone swing a baseball
Listen,
bat.
I've never had a broken rib. And his rib is broken, correct?
Yeah, see, it's fractured, yes.
Yeah, I've never had a broken rib. I've had bruised ribs one time.
Yes.
And
Brother Jimmy's?
No.
Those were braised. Those were braised, sure.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I know, and if you cough, like I know.
No, I took a shot. I got hung out to dry over the middle, took a shot in the ribs, but from Zach Thomas.
I'm saying, but then after you get the bruises, if you cough or anything,
You can't
forget
do
about
anything.
it. Yeah,
it's
breathing wrong.
It's miserable. Yeah, breathing, coughing, just doing anything. I can't imagine having a broken rib. I can't believe that medical staff would allow him to not shoot that up. I mean, of course he was feeling fine today, earlier after the game, because he had, Novocaine and lidocaine and Marcaine, and, I just can't believe that's a huge mistake by that medical staff, if you ask me. But moving on to the other one.
So what? This Zach Thomas, we still looking for this dude, right? We gonna get this dude?
What's he look
Where's
like?
this dude at?
What's he look like?
Remember Zach? He was a
I'm
great
kidding.
little
I'm
inside
kidding.
linebacker.
We're joking
when
around.
he did it to me, I looked at him like, you got to be kidding me, man. I wasn't going to catch that ball. It was like 10 feet over my head. I go up for it, and he comes in and blasts me.
Just let me
He apologized on the field.
Just let me tell you, 98% of what Sherrod and I are saying is all jokes.
I know. Hey, Casey.
I'll at least try to find him on Facebook and say some angry stuff. Zach Thomas, right?
Hey, Casey, the Boston-Detroit series.
Yes.
One of the best series I've seen in a while.
Why is Detroit so bad offensively?
Or maybe the Sox are pitching good.
Well,
that's what I mean.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
but I agree with you. I think the Tigers are
with
down.
Verlander, I mean, we talked about Verlander's stats earlier in the show. He should have more than one win to show for this in the postseason.
Lester lost game 1, was brilliant. Kershaw lost the game here in this series, was terrific. Wainwright was great yesterday and lost. I mean, same thing with Verlander. Verlander's been brilliant. I mean, people kind of threw him off the face of the earth and said, well, he's not among the elite anymore, and Scherzer's better, and this, that, and the other thing. The guy's been terrific. But, I mean, look at even, one of the games that he pitched against the A's, they lost 1-0. So I think all the offenses have been suspect. Boston hasn't exactly beat the ball either.
Right.
Let's not forget, if Scherzer doesn't get taken out of the game, Jim Leland, God bless him, great manager a long time, but he's like 97. I mean, if you leave Scherzer in at 108 pitches, the guy's got 13 strikeouts. The Tigers have a 2-0 lead going into Game 3. He takes them out. They bring in Benoit. He gives up a grand slam, and away you go. So, outside of a couple of mistakes, nobody in that series has really hit. But to go beat Verlander, that's demoralizing. I'm not going to say the Tigers are done just yet, but this was a game they had to win today in Game 3.
We got to take a break, but real quick, I'm going to leave you with this, Casey. Again, I'll give this to you. I tried to give it to Glenn Ordway. This is the best home run call ever. When David Ortiz, Big Papi, when he hits a home run, the scene in The Godfather when Fredo fails to protect his father and sees him lying there and he thinks he's dead after being shot and just screams at him, Papa! To me, if you just scream that out as he hits a home run, are we ready, James? You ready? Here it is. This is a home run call, the best home run call of all time. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Ortiz, bottom of the ninth. There's a shot down the right field line, possibilities endless. The wind is coming back out. Back after these words.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.